Let's ride. It's the Melph right here. Another part of the third wall.
We watched all that C Murder Project documentary. And he showed there was nothing but love between back in North Cali. Were you around at that time when C came back there?
I was in prison when C went to the Melph.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. Somebody come through the Melph and they'll start and I'm out there, I'm gonna be there. In the Melph, oh, I'm gonna be there because I am the Melph.
So this is the Melph right here, Melph.
If it's about Melph representation, I'm with it. Because that's my roots, that's who I am. The Melph made me for real, man. So guess what? Time somebody speak on it, I'm into it. When you speak on the Melph, I'm into it. And I'm letting you know, I don't care if you don't know me. I'm a stepper and I'm gonna step, man.
What do you think the world may know you from most?
Neck of the Woods.
What is that?
That's a video on the Cash Money Records.
And why would they know you from that video?
Because I was featured on that video. I was one of the main features on that video.
Gangster to the core, angle rap flame or paint your kitchen floor.
I had just got out of prison from Atlanta, and when I got out, I got a phone call that, hey man, they shoot a video on violence. I'm like, yeah, who? He like, man, Birdman. And I'm like, yeah. Like, where you at? I said, I'm in the city. They said, man, hold up, I'm about to go give Bird the phone. So they went and gave Bird the phone. Bird like, man, where you at? I'm like, I'm uptown in the Melph. He said, man, come out here. I said, say less. Hung up. Shot out there to the video shoot, right? Go straight on the bus. When I get on the bus, Wayne on the bus too. So Birdman like, man, what's up? I said, man, I just made it down, man, you heard me? I ain't doing no tripping, man, what's happening? He like, Wayne like, man, you know what? A good idea. I'm like, what's happening? He said, man, how about you do my role? I said, what your role is? He said, I'm running around, man. He said, you do it. I'm gonna let you do it. You just come home, there you go, there go your shot. So Birdman approved it. Birdman was like, you know what's sick? Take the camera crew and everybody with you and just go do you. I'm like, what? He like, yeah, man, go do you, man.
That's how y'all ended up in the Melph?
That's how we ended up in the Melph and the Magnolia. Because when I left, me and Hot left with everybody, you heard me? So we was already on Valence in the 13th when we started, you heard me? We go in the Melph. Now, the Melph and Nolia at eyes somewhat still. You feel what I'm saying? It's still in the air.
At that point.
At that point. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't nobody reacting or doing nothing at this time, but it's in the air. But at the same time, everybody know that's from the Melph and the Magnolia that I had to start collabing with Cash Money.
This is how they found it out from the videos.
Yeah. Most of them find out. No, that ain't how they found out. This is how they found out in the Melph. I said it on my first interview. They found out in the Melph when how bees would come in the Melph and stuff with me in the Melph. Dudes out the Melph was like, man, what's up, Cleve? You with Hot Light? I'm like, yeah, man, dude with me, man, on some real shit. And I ain't gonna let no with him. I don't care who it is. And that's what it's what it was.
And how was the Melph taking it?
They didn't trust it because they were feeling like the Melph and the Magnolia, no, I don't trust that. They get off on killing Melph. But they didn't understand I knew that already. I knew that already.
So Cleve, so with you taking that camera crew back there and in the name of the Magnolia to the Melph, what was going through your mind? Like, did that cross your mind? Like, this shit might not go over smooth?
No, it never crossed my mind. Because I know why.
What was the energy like that day? From the people in the Melph?
Beautiful. Beautiful, because nobody, really, a lot of people wasn't outside. It was early. So I ran across Face, I ran across Moon. You know, there had a few people out. The ones that was out, I told them, come on. We about to shoot a video. So that's how you see some of them in the video, because they was outside in the morning. You feel me? So then we left the Melph and went in the Nolia, but I told everybody that was in the video in the Melph, look, I'm going in the Nolia. I'm not telling y'all to come if you can't hold your own. Because I'm going to be doing the video. I ain't going to be able to hold your hand. You coming on enemy turf. You know that. I'm stamped on enemy turf. I can't say the same for y'all. And I can't vouch for y'all right now because if y'all coming to Nolia and y'all know y'all got beef in the Nolia, you shouldn't come. But if you can hold your own, you got beef and you feel you can hold your own, come on.
That shit hard as a motherfucker.
So, you know, they had a few that came. Tony Crawford came. You see him on the video. All the people out the Melph that came, you see him on the video in the Magnolia around the tree with how bees are stupid. Bees stupid.
So when y'all moved the location from the Melph to the Nolia, there was from the Melph that came to the Nolia and still was represented.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a dangerous play.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have to do that.
No.
Because it wasn't like they was representing Cash Money in the video, like, we gonna represent Birdman.
They was representing the Melph in the video.
But you being in the video.
Right.
To support yourself.
They were supporting me. That's why if something would have went down, I'm out there. I don't give a care who it is. If you mess with one of them, I got to go because they're back here by me. If anybody come by me, sick with it, you well protected because I'm going to protect you with my life. Believe that. I don't care who it is. If you messing with me, oh, ain't nobody going to with you. Everybody that I with going to with you. Believe that. Sick with it, say that, and that's sick talk. They'll vouch for that.
I hear your bullshit. I play Matador. I'm out of category. I ain't there with y'all.
There's a photo online I've been seeing forever. I'm sure if you're from New Orleans and you're a Cash Money fan, especially from Uptown, you're gonna see this photo with Birdman on the ramp, the Melph. First of all, what is the ramp? And being from the Nolia or being represented by the Nolia, Birdman get to be, you know,
In the Melph.
in the Melph on a ramp at that.
All right. The ramp is, they got cuts in between apartments for the building just won't be one long building. So they got a ramp that cut the building off and starts another building, then another ramp cuts the building off and you can walk across that part to one side of the project to the other side from the driveway to a courtway.
And it's known to kind of be a dangerous area sometimes.
Yeah, because the ramp had electric boxes on them. And the electric boxes was so big a body could fit in them. So if you walk across the ramp and I'm in that box, you don't see me, especially at night because there ain't no light on the ramp. So if you come across the ramp and you don't know our hood and you pass me up in that box, then the box gonna be closed with a lock on it, but it's not closed. Now, how they say Birdman was able to come in the Melph and shoot videos and stuff while the Melph and the Nolia beat because Birdman had big dog respect. You know what I'm saying? He was a made man, so everybody know you ain't about to play with no made man like that. Because you would have all kind of goons out your head, right? They said everybody played by the rules back then. So they already know not to play with no made man. He gonna, he coming back here about business.
What was your address in the Melph?
2329 Errata, apartment B, man. All my life, man. Believe that.
We hear about Martin Luther King, we hear about Clio. Talk about Errata, man.
Man, let me tell you something. They had some of the baddest gangsters on Errata. Believe that. They even had gangsters on Errata that wasn't from the Melph, but they was like living in the Melph. And it was a real gangster, a real stepper. And I'm gonna tell you who it was. It was Randall, out the Cali. Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute, you saying Randall had a place in the Melph?
He had a place in the Melph because he messed with somebody in the Melph. I ain't gonna say their name, but you know, yeah, he had somebody in the Melph he was dealing with. I see Randall often in the Melph because he was in the Errata driveway. I lived in the Errata driveway.
You was a young buck at the time?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I was in the street getting it on.
You was already off the porch?
Yeah, I was off the porch when this was going on. I was getting it on.
And how was this character? Who was Randall? Even coming in the Melph, was it a lot of love or him being from the Cali?
Let me tell you something. Randall was a big dog. If you was living in the Melph, you knew who Randall was. And you know not to step around. You feel what I'm saying? If he didn't know you, you already know not to step to him. Period. I don't care who you were. If you step to him, you better be yad. I don't care who you was, you better be yad and he better with you.
Obviously he had, for the Melph, him being from another project and they accepted him like that, obviously he must have showed a lot of love in order to receive that love.
Yeah, because all right, he used to be back there, but a lot of people ain't used to see him because the only time he used to come out the house, the apartment he was in, was at night, late. 1, 2 in the morning, he might be standing on the porch or something, 3 in the morning. And that's the time I used to run. So we bumped heads a lot. You know, we done had conversations, all that, but too many people don't know about this. I'm just my first time really talking about this relationship that I had with Randall. We didn't have a relationship where we was hanging out every night, no. We see each other on occasions in the middle.
When you say bump heads, meaning y'all running into each other, y'all actually liking each other?
Yeah,
okay.
But I already knew him before he was in the Melph. I knew him when he was in the Calio. Because I used to go in the Calio when I was young by my auntie. I really used to go in the Calio back of town. I used to be back there every day with dude called, all right, I think he dead right now, rest in peace, dude named Lil Uzi, T-Man, you know, Kurt, Nut, you know, all them boys back of town, Rocco, Spiggy, you know, I with Boo, all them dudes back there with me, man. Because I used to be back there. When I was young, even when I got old and grow older, I was going to Booker T. I used to cut school a lot and not go back in the hood. I used to go in the Calio. So, you know, it's a lot of kink went on with the Calio and the Melph. The Calio and the Melph never really went in eyes except with the Guided Boys and the Cut Boys when they had their little thing, you feel me? The Guided Boys and the Cut Boys had their little differences and they done went at it. Yeah, but even during that time, I was out there in the streets, you feel me? No, matter of fact, I was locked up when the beef started. When I got out, it was on with them too. I'm talking about the yoke coming back there and the Melph going back there. Nothing but chopper shots. Now, I'm messing with dudes out the yoke and I'm messing with my hood, so I'm staying neutral on the whole thing because I'm just coming home. You feel me? I ain't mess with it, I ain't had nothing to do with it because see the dudes out the Calio that I messed it with, they always kept it 1,000 with me, bro. Real rap, no cap. T-Man, even though he had eyes with whoever he had out the Melph, he always kept it 1,000 with me. Lil Nut always kept it 1,000 with me. Lil Kurt always kept it 1,000 to me. Rest in peace, you heard me? Bell always kept it 1,000 with me. Rocco always kept it 1,000. Spiggy, and the list goes on. I was in the Calio after a shootout with the Melph and the Magnolia. I pulled up in there messing with Jelly and Vinny. Boom. What's up? I got my 2 years on me. I always keep, you know. So they're like, what's up? I'm like, cool it. Now I know nothing about the shootout. I don't know nothing about the shootout. And this was really, it already was stamped that my dudes that I messed with back here was loyal to me. That's why I was loyal to them. Because I done been in a situation where I was in the Calio and stuff went down and them dudes protected me. You feel what I'm saying? And they was in the Melph one day when it went down and I made sure they was protected. Really, they made sure they self were protected because all of them was straight. You feel me? I ain't had to protect them just like they really had to protect me because I was back there with mine. Not all of us move with our tools, so we been back here, we gonna be here, we not letting y'all run us, y'all gonna have to tear this motherfucker down, and when you tear it down, we still gonna be back here. I used to be everywhere in the hood. They had like, all right, you had the Guided Boys on Martin Luther King on this end, but on the other end of Martin Luther King, you still had dudes down here like Lil Devon and, you know, and Oreo, and all of them was on this end. You know what I'm saying? You had Face in them in the middle. The middle coat was dangerous no matter what end you go on. I mean, Martin Luther King. That's why it was called the graveyard. No matter where you go, they got shooters, they got steppers. Don't come playing, man. That's why I said what I said in the other interview. Wasn't no such thing as in-house Melph beat. Everybody would have been dead. Melph was too small. And that's facts. Because the ones that was before us got wiped out. Within 1 decade, all of them was like gone or in jail with life sentence. Big Will, Cliff, Tall T, Curl, Suge, you know, that era, Terrain, you know, Big Burger, you know, they was holding the hood down, man. The Gotti boys, they held the hood down, but they went to disappear. All of them disappeared within, like a 10-year span. They was gone. The Gotti boys, the only ones still was there, and they was holding it down on their end, you heard me?
Who was Terrain, bro?
Terrain was somebody that was close to everybody in the hood. Because Terrain was one of those neighborhood superstars that everybody, you know, adored because he put the hood on his back. And he carried the hood, man. You mess with the Melph, you gotta mess with Terrain, boy. And Terrain ain't had no picks. He gonna give it to you, him, and the rest of the 15 steppers that was stepping with him. You feel me? And that's how that was going. And I know because I was right there to witness.
He renamed some of the other hitters, steppers that was in that bunch. Talk about
Yeah. All right. Terrain, I see them most close coming up with Cliff. Him and Cliff was real tight. You feel me? Cliff, they called him Gigolo. They called him Warrior. They called him the brown paper bag man. You feel me? He got the brown paper bag man name because everywhere he went, he kept a brown paper bag with him. And everybody knew inside that brown paper bag was some guns that was fully automatic, and they shot a whole lot of time. And everybody knew that because they seen a lot of bags bust open. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, nobody, a jig, boy, what? Yeah, you gotta salute. He was a real stepper. Got killed in a Thomas, you heard me? And this was my thing with the Cliff thing, though, that I didn't understand and never still to this day understood. You know, when he got killed, he had a gun in the car, a 30-30, that he kept with him. Everywhere he go, you gonna see that 30-30.
that's a rifle?
Yeah, the rifle, the 30-30 Winchester. You know, everybody know, yeah, Cliff kept that thing with him, you feel me? And he had it in the car that night. And I was like, hold up. Make this add up to me. Cliff was in the Thomas. And Cliff know without it, beyond any shot of a doubt, that the Thomas is enemy turf. Now Cliff gonna go on enemy turf and leave the only thing he have in that car to protect his life in the car and walk through a dark courtway and knock on somebody's door. Hold up, that don't sound right.
He was back there for a brawl for real? That's not
his bro stayed back there for real.
Damn, but
now his bro stayed back there
for real.
for real.
Got too comfortable. And then, I don't know.
How you gonna get comfortable back there and your ops back there?
Dion, Adam, Tiger, Butch, Booby, you know what I'm saying? Melph, man.
Bro, you remember the era of Dion?
Come on, man, you
I
serious?
don't know, somebody told me the real name. Yeah.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
they
They
get
get killed
Who you
Dion.
talking about? Who these cats is you speaking of?
Man, these Melph assassins. I'm talking about from the 80s, you heard me? Yeah, man, I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, Adam, Dion, Butch, Booby, and Brian, you know?
Whenever I hear Dion name, only one thing come in my head: the day Booby got killed in our driveway. You know what I'm saying? I can't say no names of who did what or none of that. Ain't no alleged, I ain't saying nothing about that, cause that's, you know what I'm saying? But I was out there as a little boy in the driveway playing football. Somebody pulled up next to Booby and Dion in a car and with the let loose. Killed Booby instantly. Dion ducked in the car. He wound up wrecking and jumping out and running the person that was shooting. Dion jumped in the driver's seat and backed the car up to the door where Adam was at. And he yelling for Adam, man, you didn't just kill Booby, man, come down, throw the gun. You feel me? I'm right there in the driveway playing football. You feel me? So I'm looking.
He said, throw the machine gun. Where the machine gun at?
Yeah.
Hurry up. Yeah.
Cause the person that did it took out running in the courtway. Through the driveway, now he running through the courtway. And Dion knew it. Dion knew if he get the guns in time, he about to run him down like a dog.
That feeling hurt.
You feel me? So the person ran through the project and cut through the Greyhound and disappeared. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what it was. But I watched Booby. I watched his death. And then I come right back and watch Brian death right after that in front of my door. I was at 23, 29 Ratty, he got killed right in front of my step.
Any run-ins, any relation or association with Soulja Slim?
Yeah, I had, matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you, look, I had 2 encounters with Slim. Throughout my whole life, only 2 encounters with Slim. The first encounter I had with Slim was in the Nolia. And nobody don't know about this. Nobody, because he never told nobody and I never told nobody. One time I went back there by myself. I used to go back there by myself a lot. And I went back there and I came across Slim. I was coming through the coat creeping and he was out there. I seen him. Look, once I seen him, see who he was looking at me and I was looking at him and I just kept walking. Because I know who he was. I know he was a legend in the city. That's a violation to even look at him like that, you heard me? You know what I'm saying? I knew better, so I just kept moving. You feel me? Even though I felt like I should hit anybody out the Nolia right now, because you're hitting anybody out the Melph. But he got a pass, man. You got to give him a pass. He a legend. You give any legends pass, then he a stepper. That's most of all. That's the distinct difference between an average street dude and a stepper. A stepper gonna step, man. I don't give a who you is. If we get into it and I'm a real true stepper, I'm coming to get you. Not everybody, you, I'm coming to get you. Yeah, I'm coming to get you. And you gonna know I'm coming to get you. Cause if you're gonna show up. That's how it go. If me and you beef, it ain't no I'm gonna get anybody out your hood. I'm gonna get you and anybody rocking with you trying to get me. You feel me? That's how that go. It ain't no get anybody. And we never played it like that.
Man Express the great, sick with it, get with it.
I be on that road with Cash Money, you heard me? We was at the studio in Atlanta, Georgia by Georgia Tech, you feel me? At the Patchwork Studio, Jazzy Face Studio at the time, you heard me? We was over there just chilling and we had ran into some groupers and shit. So she had went to the people because I wouldn't give her more money. And the reason she asked for more money because she thought I was jizzle. And I proved she thought I was jizzle because if you put our case up and go over the police report, the first thing she said on the police report is that BG from Cash Money. First red flag, right? Now, I'm in the police car when I find this out. In the back of the car, in handcuffs. When I find out, the reason I find out is because the lady that's reading the report, she keep doing this. Looking back at me. Looking back at me. And I'm like, what you looking at, man? What's up? I got my hand behind my back, like, what's up? She like, you not BG. I said, I know I ain't BG. What you talking about? She got in this report that BG. I said, man, get the out of here. Let me see it. So she picked the paper up and put it in front of my face and I leaned over the seat and looked at it, you feel me? So I'm looking at it, I'm like, damn, she did say that. I said, didn't I just tell y'all that before y'all even showed me this report? Cause they asked me what happened and I told them what happened. She thought I was an artist. And now you got a police report in front of you saying, BG for Cash Money. It clarified what I was saying. So I'm in the back of the car asking them to let me go, man. Y'all know what this is. You know what they tell me? About Georgia law. Oh, Georgia law say this. Georgia law say that. Hold up. I don't care what Georgia law said. There are evidence right here in your face saying she lying. So they bring me in there and interrogate me. And whoever was the sheriff or whatever, who was over all them, he can't tell me because he the one was talking to me like, I I don't know what to believe.
Take us to that night, bro. She show up. Okay, what happens? You called her, or she saw y'all met earlier?
All right, look, we was in the studio already, and we was outside chilling. Me, Killer Stone, Beezoo, a whole lot of us. We was just outside chilling. You heard me? While they was baby and they was inside recording, and they walked up to the studio. You feel me? And that's all the groupies do that over there all the time. You know, that be our little cut buddies. Oh, we about to cut them up and send them out. Well, we about to give them a little money. Yeah, that's all they come for, a couple $100. We gonna give it to them. We ain't tripping, might give them a rack. If Birdman with us, he gonna give them about 4 5 racks. They ain't tripping. Yeah.
So she single you out?
Yeah, she single because she came to me. She came to me like, what's up with you? I'm like, man, what's up with you? She like, shit, I'm trying to get with you. I'm like, shit, you trying to get with me? Shit, what's up? So I'm like, hold up. So I went holler at the dudes that was in the studio with Birdman, which was Boo. Boo from Boo and Gotti. They had the group, remember? They was signing Cash Money at this time. You know what I'm saying? They had the studio, all them, they recording in there, you feel what I'm saying? So he telling me about this broad that she a groovy, jump off, blah, 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 give her a couple of $100. I'm like, all right, I go shoot back up there, shoot some shit in that ear. I'm gonna give you that. She like, all right, boom. We go downstairs in the bathroom, do our thing. I give her the money, go back up there. She come back tomorrow, give her $4,000. I said, you out your mind. Who gonna give you $4,000? Wasn't that good. You talking about? So she like, you don't give it to me, I'm gonna go call the people. I said, okay, what you do? Go call her. So she left. I left, went back in there, buried them, we went to the club. We get to the club, the sheriff come in there, 2 sheriffs. They come in there and they looking around and they looking into
damn, that shit happened immediately.
Yeah.
That wasn't even hours after.
No. Let me tell you something, though. I'm about to mess you up, right? I'm gonna keep going. Now, when they come in there, they looking at everybody's face. I don't know why, but I see them and I'm looking at them, looking at people's faces, they going by. So when they get to our group, where we was at, the first person they encountered was Birdman. And when they looked in Birdman's face, he said, one said to the other one, here he go right, he might be him right here. So they grab Birdman. Now, I'm standing exactly behind Birdman, right? So when I see them grabbing Birdman and Birdman like trying to jack away from him, like, what y'all doing? Why y'all touching me? I go up to him and push him off Birdman. Oh no, y'all tripping. What y'all doing? Y'all don't just come putting your hands on nobody over here, man. Boy, we ain't having that. He like, man, we gotta report somebody with teardrops. So I say, teardrops? I say, all of us got teardrops. But he never noticed how many dudes was with us. When he looked around and noticed when I said all, he seen about 20, 25 people. He like, and the other one say, just grab them 2 and let's go outside.
And this was two cops showed up?
Yeah, only 2 sheriffs.
2 sheriffs, damn. Okay, yeah.
2 sheriffs.
Yeah,
it wasn't no cops.
Whole different level of shit, yeah.
Yeah, it was 2 sheriffs. So I'm like, all right, we go outside and they got a car parked across the street, take the window, unmarked. So I hear him going walking talking because he right there 5 feet from me. Roll the window down and tell her if she see him. I see a window roll down and somebody in the background looking. I'm like, man, what's going on? What is y'all doing? So I hear come across the radio and they describe what I got on. I'm like, man. And I thought about what the bra said. I'm going to call them people. And I'm like, that's the only thing going across my head. That's all this could be. She really went to them people. So I'm like, man, what this about? They said, we charge you with aggravated. I said, man, let me tell y'all something. Man, before y'all put any handcuffs on me, anything, man, the broad just told me she was going to call y'all on me, man. They're like, well, anyway, we got to bring you downtown. You got to get questioned, this and that. We got to take her with kid, this and that. I'm like, all right, boom. That's when I seen the paperwork as we going downtown. You feel me? So when we get down there, the broad that had the police report in her hand, she gave it to her supervisor. Now her supervisor is the one that bring me in there and sit me down and go to questioning me. You feel me? So he asking me, so if you ask, why did she cooperate with you? Why did she have sex with you? I said, because I gave her $400. I said, that's why. He said, oh, he said, so you admitting to having sex with her? I said, yeah. I said, we had sex. Yeah, we had. Yeah, I'm admitting to that because that's what we did. I said, but it was consensual. I gave her money for that. He said, you know that's like prostitution. I said, I don't give a damn what it is. I'm telling you what I did, man. You can call it a nickname and what you want. I'm telling you what I did. So he was like, damn. After I finished telling him everything, he was like, I don't know who to believe. I was like, what you mean? You got a police report right here. He said, I know. But she really convinced us because she's crying. I'm looking at this. You serious? Are you serious? Are we gonna let the law take place in this situation because you have the evidence to prove she lied? If there's any doubt, you can't arrest me. You only could detain me till questioning. I didn't give you nothing in questioning for you to arrest me. And you just told me that. But you still arrested me.
Say, bro, so they overall, I mean, of course, they from your story, they signed with her. How did that night conclude? As far as you go?
Shit, they arrested me. I ain't going nowhere.
No, I'm saying they put you in the car, they took you to jail.
Yeah.
In Atlanta?
Yeah, in Georgia, Fulton County.
Wright Street?
Wright Street, 901, man, where everybody was talking about, all the rappers be talking about, they been there. Man, I was in there, man. I did 3 years on a 10-year sentence for aggravated assault with intent to, you know what I'm saying? The charge went to intent, some kind of magical way. I don't know how you could turn a forcible into a intent, because intent means she didn't give me it at all. But the claim is that aggravated is that I took it from her. But they know they couldn't charge me with aggravated because she had no medical evidence to prove nothing from the kid. Based on her report. Because in the report she was like, he was choking me. He had his arm around my neck. But when they did the kid came back negative. She had a scar on her. Why am I still in jail? It was, the thing was this. Everybody was against me because of cash money. They felt like, you know, these people got money, let them pay to get you out. What? Man, that ain't how they go. Y'all know I'm innocent, let me go.
What was Birdman's perspective on the whole thing?
Birdman was like caught in between a rock and a hard place. And I can say that because I understand the position I put him in. I put him in that position to where he had to make a choice to be seen, because I was being seen every day on TV every time I go to court. Now he could be on some, I'ma rock with you to the end, but he gotta show up with me in court and I'm on a charge. And he a celebrity. No, that don't go, so know what? Fall back, I got this, Bird. I got me. I don't want your name nowhere involved in this because you really don't got nothing to do with it.
You and Birdman relationship today?
Solid. Solid. Everybody was always, they still today is in the air about me and Birdman relationship. Man, why you ain't out there with Birdman? Why you ain't out there with Hot? Why this? Why that? Alright, for all those who concerned, man, about why I ain't out there with Birdman and Hot, man, these guys really told me just pull up, sick, in this song. I ain't never pull up. I ain't never pull up. I done seen Hot multiple occasions. But I ain't pull up for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And my reasons are my reasons. I had a mission I had to complete before I could do anything. I gotta do something for myself.
So, bro, how long is this since you've been home?
I've been home since March, the end of March 2021. You feel me? I did 10 flat years at Dixon Correctional Institute. You came through Dixon through the years of 2011, 2021. You ain't counting. I know you, man. And you came through Dixon. I don't care you was on what you was on. 1 through 4, man. Yeah.